Question 1, the first thing we need to do is get rid of the parentheses. To do that, we are going to distribute the positive 4. So to distribute means to multiply. We're going to multiply this out to everything inside parentheses. 4 times 2x, that's going to give us 8x. And then you have to do this one more time. You have to multiply the 4 times, that's a negative 1. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And then bring down what you have left. We have this negative 8x. And we're going to put a plus sign right here because this 8x in our little pinkish purple, that is positive. So now let's combine like terms. X's go with x's. Well, if I have negative 8 and positive 8, guess what? Those just cancel out. And so my answer that I'm left with is negative 4. So my answer is B, negative 4. Here we go, question 2. Now we have 2 sets of parentheses. That's okay. We're just going to start with the one on the left, get rid of it, and then do the one on the right. So here we go. If there's not a number in front of x, we put the little invisible 1, so that tells me it's a negative 1x. So here we go, negative 2 times negative 1x. Well, negative 2 times negative 1, that makes positive 2, and if you didn't know that, you would put negative 2 times negative 1 in your calculator. Don't forget to bring down the x. And then let's do negative 2 times positive 3. Negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. So we're done. We are finished with this guy right here. We have gotten rid of the parentheses. Now let's do our next distribution here. Let's distribute this 3. Positive 3 times negative 5, that's going to give us negative 15. We have to put in a little invisible 1 there, so that way we know it's negative 1. Positive 3 times negative 1x is going to give us negative 3x. So we are finished with this guy here, so we're done. We have gotten rid of all the parentheses. Now let's combine like terms. So take a look at what we have. We have 2x and negative 3x. So we do 2x minus 3x, or 2 minus 3 is negative 1x. Now let's combine our numbers. So we have our numbers, they're right here. Negative 6 minus 15. Well, negative 6 minus 15 is negative 21. So we find the one that matches up. Remember, there's an invisible 1 here. See how that matches up to our answer? So our answer is B. All right, question 3. We don't have any parentheses, so now we are going to just simply combine like terms. ABs are going to go with ABs. Well, there's looks like 3 little pieces of ABs here, so let's start with the first piece. 6AB minus 7AB. Well, 6 minus 7, that is negative 1AB. But I need to take this, negative 1AB, and we need to add it to 2AB. Or what you could do is you could just simply write down what you have left. I've already evaluated this part. I could bring down negative 4A and then bring down the plus 2AB. But now, see how I am going to combine those up. So negative 1AB plus 2AB, or negative 1 plus 2, that's going to be 1AB. And remember, A's can only go with A's, and I can't combine this guy with anybody. It's all by himself, so we're just going to simply bring him down and match up what we have here. So remember, there's an invisible 1 right here. That's positive 1AB minus 4A, so that's going to be our answer, D. Number 4, so let's get rid of the parentheses here. So let's start with negative 2 times 5x. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, but we're multiplying it with the x. One more, negative 2 times negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. We are done with that. Right there, we have got rid of the parentheses. It's gone. Now we need to bring down the negative 6x. Negative 6x. Combine like terms. Look, these x's are going to go together. Negative 6 minus 10, well, that would be negative 16, but we're combining x's. And then bring down the plus 8. And you will notice that there is not an answer choice because I am going to omit this problem. Yay! The answer is actually negative 16x plus 8. You're welcome. All right, we have 2 sets of parentheses. Let's start with the left set here. 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40. And let's do 5 times negative 4y. Well, 5 times negative 4, that is negative 20. So that's 5 times negative 4y is negative 20y. And if you need to, you can cross this out. You can get rid of this. We are done. We are not going to reuse any of that information anymore. Now let's distribute this guy, this negative 7 times 3y. Negative 7 times 3 is going to be negative 21, so that's negative 21y. And then negative 7 times positive 10 is negative 70. So let's start with our y values. So here they are. I have negative 20y and negative 21y, or we could say negative 20 minus 21 is negative 41y. Well, I know it's not A or C, so now let's look at our numbers. 40 minus 70 is negative 30. And so if you look down here at letter D, this is your answer, letter D. Negative 41y minus 30. Not plus 30, but minus 30. All right, number 7, what is the range? So they're asking what are the y values if they give you this equation. We can write that as y equals negative 3x plus 2. When the domain, when the x's are these numbers here. So they're saying these are the x's. If I make an xy table, and I put these x's in there, negative 4, 2, and 8. They want to know what are the outputs. So let's type this equation in the calculator. Negative 3x plus 2, so we're in y equals. We type it in. We're going to go to our table, second table. So let's see if we can find negative 4 on the x. So when x is negative 4, the output, or the y value, is 14. So let's try 2 for x. So when x is 2, the output, or the y value, is negative 4. Now let's scroll down to 8. And it's negative 22. And which answer choice has those there? Doesn't look like any of them have those there. So you would think that the answer would probably be A because of 14 and negative 22, but it doesn't have that one. So it's not A. You have to be careful. But look at B. 14, negative 4, negative 22. So our answer is B. Number 8, you have 2 sets of parentheses. Let's start with this one here. So we're going to put our little invisible 1. Negative 5 times positive 1n, negative 5n. We have to do negative 5 times positive 9. It's negative 45. So remember, we're done with this. We've already got rid of the parentheses. But we have to distribute the negative 7. Negative 7 times 3n is negative 21n. And negative 7 times negative 4 is positive 28. Let's combine our n's first. So here's negative 5 and negative 21. So negative 5n minus 21n, that is negative 26n. And then let's look at our numbers here. Negative 45 plus 28. So negative 45 plus 28, that's going to give you negative 17. And so our answer is A. Number 9, what is the range? So they're saying, what are the y values? Well, these are the x values, and we said f of x, that's the same thing as saying y. These are my y values right here. Negative 9, negative 4, 1. Negative 9, negative 4, 1. And it's actually negative 1. I know it's hard to see that negative 1 there, so our answer is G. What is the range? So they're saying, what are the y values for this graph? Not the x values. So it is not C, it is not D. So they're asking how far in the y, how far up and down does this graph go? Well, it looks like the lowest it goes is right here. And if I were to draw a floor, notice that it crosses 0 right here, and it's a closed circle. It crosses 0 on the y. So we say the floor starts at 0, it's a closed circle, so we use our closed circle. And then it goes all the way up. What's the highest that it goes to? Well, we can build a ceiling right here at positive 4. And since we hit the graph, it is a closed circle. So it goes up to 4. And we use our closed circle, and we put the value of y. Some people are going to say, oh, we need this open circle here. Actually, if I were to erase this, that open circle would only be if you were building a fence. And we're not building a fence because that would be how far on the x-axis you need to go. And it's not asking that, it's asking what's the range. So the range, it goes all the way down from 0 all the way up to 4. So your answer is A.